Welcome to the Red V TV preview show, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2022 season, as we build up to the round one clash against the Catalan Dragons this Thursday evening at the Totally Wicked Stadium. After listening to us bore you for weeks on end, it's time for some rugby, Kev.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. By we, I don't mean us two. We've been here all along. Every night, every single night.
It has been the longest off-season ever. It feels like it, much longer than in recent years. Maybe obviously with the cancellation of the World Cup. But that's extra days where Saints have stayed champions.
Correct.
Can we make it 4 in a row?
Yes.
Will we make it 4 in a row?
Why not?
Squad news, Kev. Not too unexpected. Regan Grace misses out through injury. He's going to be missing for the opening month of the season. James Bell isn't included in the 21-man squad because our squad is ridiculously strong this season. Will he go with a similar lineup to how he went when he opened up the Walmsley testimonial against Leigh?
Yeah, you'd think so. I think definitely the back line. With Welsby at fullback, Hopewati out on the wing, Harrell inside him, so to speak, Percival on the other side, and Makinson on the other wing.
No, Kevin.
Carry on, Red V already.
That is assuming Mark Percival is fit. If he wasn't to be, is Ben Davies next in line, and is that potentially why we've put the two young centres in that 21-man squad, just in case, maybe?
Yeah, that's it. You asked the question after the Walmsley testimonial, and kind of after speaking to other fans and kind of getting a bit of a burning on who they think is next in line in the centres. You'd certainly think that Ben Davies starting that game has got that edge and got that kind of the little bit of a nod. Now I know Percy missed out, and it was a little bit of soreness that he missed out with. So there's nothing really to suggest he's going to miss out. But if he did, yeah, I agree with you. I think Ben Davies would be the one who'd step in.
Who is likely to miss out of the 17? You'd assume Josh Sim misses out. One of either Davies or Percival, depending on fitness.
Yep.
Kyler Moore, Jake Wingfield.
Yeah, they're the ones that I would say, all things being equal. So obviously your lads who've missed out on the testimonial game, Sione Matautia, Morgan Knowles, Kurt Sirenen, them being fit, you'd imagine, or I would say they'd be the four to miss out. As you say, with that caveat of if Percy's not quite right, Davies comes in. And I think if anybody does kind of drop out, it obviously depends on who does drop out. If Lussick, say, for example, was to drop out of that squad, you can almost see Wingfield coming in above Kyler Moore. If it's a prop dropping out, a Louis or a Iggy Parsi, I could see Kyler Moore coming in.
Is the risk potentially Curtis Sirenen? Obviously, he was held back from the league game. Obviously missed a chunk of pre-season. Just with it being such an important, massive opening game against obviously a rerun of last season's grand final, maybe he could miss out.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, him or Morgan Knowles, it could be a big miss for either of them, because we just don't know. We're taking everything on face value of what Saints say, that they're both okay and good to go. If it is deemed too much of a risk, it's round one. It's not the end of the world if we don't get a positive result. It isn't. It's just how it is. Once you go and you're not first past the post, you've just got to stay in with the shout, haven't you? Just got to stay. For us, we'd be looking at staying in the top two, really, but top four. So if one of them is a little bit sore or not quite where they want them to be, give them another week off.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing this season with the strength of our squad. you don't know who's going to miss out each week, because essentially Christian Wolf will probably already know, and it's probably known for a couple of weeks, who his 17 would be, assuming players are fit for this. He's had enough time to think about it. So you could essentially name 4 injured players, give or take. Maybe have an 18th man who's fit, and you could name 3 injured players if you really wanted to, because it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, of course it is. That's it. I suppose going back to the injury thing, I think if James Bell had been named in the squad, you'd have thought Morgan Knowles had more of a chance of missing out. I think with James Bell not being named in there, and it being a testament, I'm taking he's done nothing wrong in training or anything like that. It just being a testament to how strong our squad is, that you think Morgan Knowles would play and would be all right and would be confident with him. As I say, there's no point. I think with Kurt Sirenen, why wouldn't you name James Bell if there was a doubt about him? Because you just put James Bell in there. You've got a player who played Super League last year. And listen, while Kurt does obviously bring the size and the skill set with his hands that we're all looking forward to seeing, I think because we've not seen him in a Saints shirt, we've not seen either of them in a Saints shirt yet. I don't think we'd be too worried if it was Sirenen out and Bell in at the moment.
Catalan team then, Kev. If I can get it to come up. As strong as last season, obviously, and you do get the impression that if things go to plan, we could well be on for a grand final rerun at the end of the year. Saints and Catalan look to be by far the strongest sides. Catalan have obviously strengthened in the off-season with the capture of Mitchell Pearce. And listen, if you watch back for our grand final preview show, we said that game was a 50-50. This game, maybe 55-45 towards Saints, with Saints having home advantage. But it's a game that you can't really call, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, because you don't know how teams are going to obviously approach it. What's the weather going to be like? Is it going to be a little bit more of a grand final affair where it is a little bit, I don't know, we're not throwing the ball out as much? They might come in and just think, right, we're going to try and blow them away in the first 20 minutes. We played a little bit more pre-season and really go for it. They're only missing Arthur Morg. And as you said, they've signed Mitchell Pearce and Dylan Napper to strengthen them. So we know kind of what they're bringing, but it's stopping it that's the key, and us being better than them on the day.
Yeah, I was reading one of the media guys' pre-season predictions before. Remind me who it is, Kev. Aaron Bauer. There you go.
Yes.
And Aaron's picked Catalan to be grand final winners and Saints second. But essentially, do you know what? You can't get upset at things like that, because essentially he's picking a 50-50 winner of a grand final. Because if you're asking me my prediction, I'm going a Saints Catalan final. So essentially, all he's doing there is saying, well, I think Catalan will win at Old Trafford on that night.
Yeah, that's it. I've no problem with people picking who they want at this point of the season, because it's absolutely meaningless. It's just them, as we probably will do, sticking our neck out and saying, this is who I think is going to finish top. This is who I think is going to win the grand final, Challenge Cup, whoever. Doesn't mean anything, does it? Like, you can have loads of Leeds fans saying Leeds are going to win the lot. They might do.
They won't.
They might do, but it doesn't mean anything, does it?
No, but for me, Saints Catalan final, and if you want us to go now, I'll say again, that Catalan side is more than capable of beating Saints if they play to their potential, and Saints have a potential off day. It's rugby league, it's sport, and that's why we love it so much. Let's just hope we can get there at the end of the year. Predictions for the match, Kev?
Tight one, low scoring as well, I'd imagine. Saints by 6.
I'm going to go Saints by 8. It'd be good to be back in the Totally Wicked for an actual competitive fixture after the friendly. Saints pulling the stops out. I think they've got a light show and things planned. And
Lawrence Jones live, a blues guitarist who's been doing tours. I've watched a couple of his videos as well. Looking forward to it.
Happy days. Fingers crossed, good atmosphere. Hopefully not too cold.
Yeah. Oh God, it will be though.
Right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will catch you on Thursday night for the instant fan reaction. Catch you soon.